He can be a bit peculiar. It's an affable chat with Jack the garden cat.
Not a good mushroom here. I'll just tell you right out. It's not a good mushroom here. We're going to gamble and we're going to go to the Burnside Road. This is the last day of Cascade buck season. And that was one of the problems. That one place that I really wanted to scope out, I couldn't because there were two vehicles, hunter vehicles parked there, and I really didn't feel comfortable hanging around. I do wildflower hikes. I do fall colors. There are other hikes. I do 6 or 7 hikes a year. Just this was the only mushroom-oriented one. When you're looking for mushrooms, you're just staring at the ground and you're not really paying attention to where you are. It's really easy for people to get lost. And every year, someone in Oregon does get lost looking for mushrooms. So let's not let it be one of you, okay?
I've been in the office for about a month, so as chilly as it is, it's kind of nice to get that little drop in the back of the neck that makes you shiver.
We're looking for chanterelles primarily, but I do have a little show and tell here. This is called a scaly chanterelle. It's not what you're looking for. It's kind of interesting though. So it looks like a chanterelle in terms of the color. A chanterelle is this sort of a color, orange, maybe a little bit more muted than this. And chanterelles have these false gills. They're not true gills. They're false gills that run down the stem. That's called decurrent down the stem. However, this is a scaly chanterelle. You can see all the scales on the top. It's not edible. When I was first getting into this, 15 years ago or so, I ate one of these and I didn't feel so good afterwards for a day or so.
I brought some in last year from my yard that I thought was really exciting. I was like, wow, I have chanterelles in my yard, but for some reason I brought them into Alice. And
yeah, I'm really glad you did that.
Yes, me too.
Wasn't that the deadly one that goes under birch trees?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The packs, the deadly packs.
I was excited. They were in my yard. I was never going to mow again.
And when you cut them at the ground?
Cut them at the ground.
Okay.
Some people prefer to pick the whole thing, but that gets dirt in your bag and dirt on your mushrooms. And I think it's just as easy just to cut them on the ground. The other day I found them and they were barely showing above the moss and duck.
Chanterelles?
For chanterelles, yeah.
Are you a mycologist?
I'm not a mycologist.
You're a biologist.
I'm a botanist.
Botanist.
Yes, I'm a botanist.
Yeah, all right.
I'm a botanist on a mission right now to find a chanterelle.
All right. Well,
Oh, here's something. It's not a chanterelle, but look at this little purple one. This is beautiful. This is called a violet court. It's a cortinarius, and cortinarius have, I was talking about that veil, but
yeah.
See these hairs? They're attaching the stem to that's a
They'll
cortina.
break, right?
Normally you see like little troops, we call them. That's like groups of little small mushrooms. That's a good sign. Like here, this is a troop. We call this a troop of mushrooms. So this is 2 different kinds of mushrooms. We got this little guy and this one. They're probably in the genus Mycelium, but that's a good sign. That means the fungus, they're active, they're out. This is another polypore. It grows on woods. This one grows on dead hardwoods. It's called a Blackfoot. So you can see, let me get that, how the lower part of the stem is that dark color, a Blackfoot. It's very hard, very tough, Blackfoot. Oh, and here's some really nice mycelium. So mushrooms are just the fruiting body of mycelium. So this is fungal mycelium. It forms these threads through the duff and upper area of the soil. And so what mycelium can do is that they're so fine, they're finer than a plant root, and they can actually absorb some of the nutrients, and then they're connected actually to the roots of the plants, and so the plants can use the nutrients that the fungus, the mycelium, can absorb. What do we have here? These look like the real thing. So there's actually a lot more mushroom there than meets the eye. Chantrelle! Come take a look! Oh, I'm almost stepping on them. There's one right here. See that? It barely shows above the ground. And there's one here. And one there.
Oh, man.
Let's take a look at what's in here. Ooh, see? Much bigger than what initially shows up. Most places, the golden chantrelle is more common, but in this particular spot, we've got white chantrelle. Now that is a beauty. Look at that. See, it's all the same color. It doesn't have a lot of the golden.
Neat.
That is a beautiful white chantrelle. Look at that. See the decurrent, wavy gills, not too deep. That's a beauty.
He can be a bit peculiar, to the point and kind of wry, but underneath that fur exterior is a sweet home-minded guy. With coffee, catnip, and conversation, he's a smooth feline sensation. It's an affable chat with Jack the Garden Cat.